Hello, Zoe Amore. I hope you're having fun with your grannies and Rachel and Samantha and Uncle Bull. I am going to read to you now. I miss you and I just hope you're having fun. We are here and we are doing well. Who's that at? It loomed over the many other tiny carvings, just like a piece of architecture it was crafted after, the castle of Triel. The wood had somehow transformed into a massive building of stone under the sculptor's hand. Each part of the castle was a perfect replica of the real thing. Even the trees from Princess Macy's garden were covered in miniature wooden leaves. The only difference in the castle were the doors and the windows. All of them were replaced with dark, open holes, and Letty felt the castle might have been intended as a birdhouse. The room was filled with an impressively large assortment of other carvings as well. Letty couldn't find adequate words, but Princess Macy spoke for them all. Louis, these are beautiful pieces of art. She approached the large castle of Triel and brushed her fingers across the surface. You should sell them. It was hard to see Louis's expression behind his thick beard, but a sparkle of pride appeared in his eyes as the visitors admired his work. Thank you, Your Highness. My father was a carpenter and taught me to carve when I was very young. The princess turned to look at him as she lifted a carving of a tiny horse off the mantel. Why don't you take up this trade? He bowed his head slightly. Without my guard position at the castle, I probably have to. With his words, Letty remembered why they were there. She gently pulled the pouch of coins from her belt so as not to wake the baby, stepped forward with an outstretched arm. The coins jingled, and she winced, but the baby didn't stir. Louis stopped her progress when he lifted his hand with the palm toward her and asked, What are you doing here? Letty hesitated and looked at Princess Macy, who nodded. She turned back and said, We came here to give you this. She lifted the pouch and offered it to him. It is my fault you lost your job. You let me visit my father and paid a dear price for it. I want to repay your kindness with my earnings. Ignoring Letty's extended hand, Louis turned from her to start the fire. I won't accept that. His body was stiff as he bent over, and Letty could feel the wall he'd built between them. Tears formed in her eyes as she said, I am so sorry. I didn't mean for you to lose your position. Her words were met with silence. Louis placed a piece of wood in the fire, then finally spoke. I've been working at that castle since I was 12 years old. He paused. It was right after my parents passed away, and it's all I've ever known. Money isn't going to make up for a loss like that. The area around Letty's eyes grew hot, and two glassy puddles threatened to spill over. I am really sorry. I just wanted to take care of my father. Princess Macy moved next to her as she said, I must insist that you take this pouch. We are on a mission to fix my kingdom, and when things are set right, I will bring you back to your position, if you wish. But it will take time to remedy the issues, and it is our hope that this money will hold you over until then. Tilting his head slightly while stoking the fireplace, Louis asked, What about the kingdom needs fixin'? The flames crackled to life, and he stood to look at the two girls. Princess Macy tried to push the question away as they all shuffled nervously. Everyone knew that they shouldn't reveal their plans outside of their circle. Not only would the knowledge put others at risk, but it would also increase the likelihood of the kings hearing about it, which would make everything more difficult. Things are not as they once were, but I can't say anything more. We must be on our way. And as she said this, Letty placed the bag of coins on a small table. We have a long way to go, and I deeply hope this money will help you for now, Letty said seriously. The others had already stood, and Miles was opening the door and peeking outside, looking for soldiers. The party scurried from the house and rushed down the street toward the edge of the town. As Letty looked back, she could see Louis standing in his doorway, the door open wide, watching them as they went.